Hey, how y'all doing? It's green stuff on my fingers. It's green stuff, green tea. Okay, so I'm gonna start this thing off right. We got morning. It's Sunday today and not the night. Okay, I'm gonna start this off Sunday morning. I'm gonna try something new. I'm gonna try something new. This probably ain't every Sunday, but maybe I can do it once out the month, I wanted to become a religion teacher one time, so I decided to travel through people's religions and learn and obtain knowledge and focus on what they are as a whole, because I thought that would make me. I's back, everybody. I'm back. Okay, so I'm gonna do this spiritual Sunday. You see my little chart? I messed it up. It's all nasty at the bottom. Today we're gonna have a spiritual bath. I have made certain types of spiritual things to shower with today. Like scrubs. I mixed up my lotion and I made some type of what's the other one? I made something else and I'm gonna show y'all later about that. Prayer and meditation, we're gonna do that. The Buddha board, y'all see, and the crystals, the washing of them. Okay, while I'm trying this out, is this a spiritual Sunday? I'm gonna have it once a month because I'm gonna add stuff to it every month and see what I feel like. I look biracial like a mug, ain't it? And I don't look black all the way. So, I travel and do spiritual things. I have been to a lot of different countries. I have learned a lot. And I have obtained knowledge. And I focus on things that are of relevance. But these are good spiritual focuses on the world because spiritually we are guided. You can be also self-guided, but you can't be self-taught. You can self-taught, but not to the fullest, because people around you help you to interact, which I don't know of anybody who can't just talk to nobody at all. I wouldn't know what would happen to them, but you can't not interact with things, people, in the world, because interaction helps you to guide your direction, guide you, and guide your spirituality and your voice and your love and your conquering more and focusing on reality. So, first we're gonna start this thing off right. We're gonna do prayer and meditation. I'm gonna go change. I got y'all gonna be mad at me. I had a Bible. My Bible got messed up. Can you believe blood got all over my Bible? I cried. No, I really wanted to cry because I never understood how blood can get all over my Bible. And then I said, did Jesus walk in this room? You know what I'm saying? So, I'm going to call my friend back later, but wisdom from T.D. Jakes. I'm going to go through this book and read some passages out of this. I like T.D. Jakes. I like Sarah Jakes. I like his whole family and what they preach about. It's on Sunday mornings. It's on during the week. T.D. Jakes is excellent. And they give out these books. I also like Joel, what's her name? Grace, all those other people, Joyce, all those people on there, they all, what's his name? I remember in a minute. I can't remember everything. I be losing it. But anyway, I like these little devotional books that you could go through and see what you can learn from them. So we're gonna go through that. And prayer. We're gonna pray. So let's work on that. I'm trying to see if there's anything else I can meditate with on that. I also have this religion book. I'm probably going to read a little bit about it today. And it's called Religion Crash Course. For becoming instant experts. I'm not an expert on religion. This goes through all of them. Okay, that's something I don't know. But I'm going to go through this and look at stuff and read. And so on Sundays, maybe once a month, we'll have a little spirituality time. So let me get changed and I'll be right back. Hey, I'm back. I got dressed, Okay, so first we're going to go through prayer and meditation. I'm going to pray. And then we're going to go through this. So, dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for waking me up, giving me clothes, food to eat, and a place to stay, and a roof over my head. Thank you, Lord, for all your many blessings that you bestowed on me from time to time, and helping me progress in life to do your bidding. I want to thank you for my family and friends and people of encouragement, for they have encouraged me to become a better person, to not stress, to not fight or go up against something that isn't worth fighting about. That we can talk it out and rational it out without ending or hurting or tarnishing friendships and people. Lord, I thank you for everything you've done for me. I thank you for everything you have put in my face, in my way, and in my vicinity. And I thank you for giving me opportunities, giving me the love I need, and the joy and happiness that it brings. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Okay, I just prayed. Okay, wisdom from T.D. Jakes. This book is about, with the wisdom of Solomon, one of the best known and beloved pastors of our time. T.D. Jakes shares 40 wise and personal insights to refresh and empower you to tackle life's challenges. This interactive devotional journal opens you into a world where God's power infuses you with wisdom that you never thought possible. immerses. So basically, okay, it says how much better to get wisdom than gold, and to get understanding is to be chosen rather than silver. Proverbs 16:16. Okay. I guess it means how much better to get wisdom than gold than it is to choose rather than silver. Back then, gold was better than silver, and now platinum is better than everything. Ain't that crazy? But anyway, wisdom from T.D. Jakes. The first one has to do with wisdom and peace. So we're going to go through that. I'm going to read certain things. Wisdom and peace. We are enveloped in peace when we know that nothing the enemy does can abort the plan of God for our lives. I'm sick. Greater still is the peace that comes from knowing we cannot rush God's timing. When the Lord speaks a word into our lives, it is like a seed. It takes time for a seed to sprout. God knows when we have reached the time of germination. Our confidence is in God's seed. Excerpts from Can You Stand to Be Blessed? So basically, I think that means that in our plan of our lives through God about our lives, that the enemy always exerts, but God has a plan over our lives. So when he has a plan for us, it's wisdom and peace, which reflects on the fact that we are wiser, we go in peace because we are wisely thinking of excerpts and timing, and I gotta look up this word, germination. Well, anyway, I think that we get wise as we go with God because God gives us wisdom. And he is also teaching us how to maintain and live amongst him, but also to understand that there is peace within him. So when you think about why the confidence is the God's seed, he gives us confidence as one of the seeds of him to focus on the greater peace that I am. And when we focus on the greater peace of us, we realize that it's peace within us through working through problems, not overtaking struggles, not withstanding reactions. You know what I'm saying? When those things pop up, you got to learn about what peace are, because peace is what we fight with. It's a shield. You fight with peace, therefore you bring peace, therefore you are peace. So when it comes to the Lord speaks a word into our lives, it is like a seed. It is like a seed that grows. And when we speak, it burdens nobody, but it exceeds everybody's life. And it branches out like seeds, and it grows like plants, and it grows like fields. So therefore, you're growing and you're planting a seed that grows long term with people not just long term, but it exceeds lives. So you're growing and growing and growing over many of things, but you have to understand why you are a representation of him as a branch. So when you branch out to say, okay, I'm this branch, this is my leaves, you built the tree, therefore thy art the seed, therefore thy am the soul of faith. And faith has no recognition to what's bestowed beyond it, but it's bestowed in faith. So faith is what also is a wisdom worker. And I call them wisdom workers. Therefore, we know that the seed is bestowed in us. Therefore, we can grow out faith and courage and confidence and peace and wisdom. So that's one of this. Okay, it says wisdom and peace reflections. I guess it goes into this. Okay, I'll keep going. When the promise has grown in the fertile ground of a faith-filled heart and reached the time of maturation, it will come to pass. It will be a direct result of the presence of God. It will not be by humans' might or power, but by the Spirit of the Lord. So that's Ezekiel 4:6. So that says, by the presence of God, it will be a direct result in his presence that faith-filled hearts have reached this time of. So basically, we grow in faith, which is filled in our hearts, which has reached the time. So as you have faith in your hearts, you mature in your soul. So when you mature in your soul, you have greater faith than what you have perceived to be having, which makes you a direct result of the presence of God. So when you think that he's not watching you and he's not directing anything to you, it's perceived as that. But with the presence of God, he presents himself amongst things or anything that's of relevance. So like, he presents himself maybe through a blessing or through himself, period, by talking words of wisdom or faith, or maybe through this book. It's about the reflections of him. He grows seeds among us with faith-filled hearts. You have to have an open heart and open soul in order to perceive something. No, in order to maintain your life and maintain your lifestyle and presence among him. So he can take, okay, I'm going to go into the next one. The psalmist David said, my times are in thy hand. For me, there is a sense of tranquility that comes from resting in the Lord. His appointment for us is predetermined. There is a peace that comes from knowing God has included us in his plan, even the details. So there's an appointment for all of us. Maybe I'm going through that now. Maybe you're going through that now. And it's about not seeing if we belong to him or at peace with him, but is our plan the focus of him or the focus of us? So you have to think about, are you planning to become a follower of him, or are you basically planning to become a follower of his master plan? I worked in all kinds of entertainment sectors, and I had to teach women basically about how to hold yourself, maintain, and obtain money. And whether that was bad, good, or ugly, I tried to find the positive way of doing it instead of the negative way of doing things. When you decide to be a reflection of him, it's not about being just a reflection of God and Jesus, because they're themselves. So you can't be somebody that is already existed or not. You can be Christ-like, you can be God-like, but you would never be them, because they're better than us. And they built this whole world amongst us in order for us to live abundantly and us to live within our lives, you know. I'm struggling like always, you know. People don't want you to be better than yourself because they feel like that you are something for life, and it's not that. They haven't understood what Christ is like and God is like in anybody's life. You can't get mad at my spirituality. And if you are mad, you know, get over yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because you think following up somebody in a one world error, that it's only one way and one direction and one light. No, it's many of lights. It's many of directions. It's many of ways. You can't desert yourself to one way of thinking and living and think that you're learning anything about this world. Why would you not want to learn and obtain wisdom and peace within yourself, as also within the world we live in? You know? And people don't understand that we have a destiny, we have an appointment on our life, which destiny, whether it's with you or God or whatever you think, you know, we maintain our destiny, but we make choices along the way. And God allows us to make choices for our own lives. So whether you make the choice to live abundantly and wise and at peace, it's a reflection on your life, on how you choose to live. But he lets you choose, therefore he never puts more on you that you can bear. But if you can't bear it enough, you have to go through him. Not just through the Father, but by him. So when it comes to situations and things that occur in life, you know, you want to say, okay, I'm not accomplishing certain things for the Lord. So I believe that everyone is predestined, but I'm not moving up to make better than anybody else. You have to think about why you're not accomplishing certain things. Maybe it was somebody not teaching you, but everybody has been self-taught. Maybe so. Maybe you have to self-obtain wisdom. and self-obtain peace and knowledge and understanding amongst what you want to do and be out of life. It could be people guiding you this whole time to be a certain way. It could be people guiding you to live a certain lifestyle. But it's what you need out of life is what you obtain and what you focus on. If you don't obtain your inner self, you cannot obtain the focuses of the world. So you cannot focus on anything that is of God-like and the reflections of you instead of everybody else. So people really got to understand that, people are too busy ready to move up over people and pass judgment and step in their shoes and act like they're better than everybody else. And that's not peace. That's not the reflection of you or what you should be living like. Because you should be in a positive direction, not a negative outcome. Because when you negatively do stuff, that it's the enemy, and it's telling you to therefore be thy enemy, for thy own be thy own joy or wisdom. That is not what is concurred. Because you cannot settle in a life that is not yours. You can't. You can't live somebody else's life. And when you think you can, you're still dead on your life. You have no life. You have no focus. You have no reflection of you. So that means everybody can be you. Or everybody can be your life. Or everybody can be your soul. And that's not true. We all have our own lives and souls. We all have our own ways of living. If people wanted to copy everybody, which they do, because we idolize people, we want to become somebody, we want to be rich, we want to be famous. We want money after money after money. We want that. And that's everybody. But when it comes to really focusing on who you are as a person, you have to understand that with that comes time. No. With that comes devotion, work, and more work. You can't just wake up in the morning and say, oh, I'm going to be a doctor, and you're a doctor that day. You have to be a doctor every day because you have to obtain knowledge. You have to go to school. You have to go to work. You have to go 12 years, 20 more years to be everything you want to be. But you didn't obtain that by just saying, oh, I'm a doctor today. You have to think that way, but you're not supposed to say that it was not progress of work that got you anywhere but nowhere. It's the progress of you stating that I took my time to put in effort and work and maintain in order to become a prophecy of yourself. So I like this. I'm able to speak more on this or whatever. I am not a preacher, but I do a lot of writing. So therefore I write a lot of stuff. And I love quotes. I love Nietzsche. Nietzsche is my favorite. Because he's a very wise man. I met him one time. He was so wise. And you don't meet a lot of people that are real, that are wise, that understand this world, for what it is, and actually kind of cares about this nation. You know what I'm saying? You don't meet a lot of people like that, and people don't really focus on peace as much as they need to. It's not to get scared over. It's not to scare everybody over. It's not to brush everybody's shoulders off. Peace is within you first before it recedes your life. So when you have inner peace, you have outer peace, which begins to reflect on you and other people. Therefore, you reflect off of your nation, your world, your congregation, your family, your friendship. You have an inner peace about you. And it doesn't matter about hate or discouragement or dishonorment. It's not about that. It's about how you have to fight people with faith. And you have to fight people with peace and wisdom. So unfortunately, I myself want to come out here being better than people. No, I want to be myself. But people don't let people be themselves because they're scared of what might be the outcome of them or others. But when you're scared, that means God is working on them. And if you don't know what that inner work is, then you need to see why He needs to work on you. So that's all I'm going to talk about in this. This is kind of cool. I like this. Wisdom and peace. I didn't finish this off. I'll probably finish this off later since I'm already like 24 minutes in. But you sow seeds. You sow seeds in order to grow more. And you have to grow more in order to plan and maintain your purpose in life. And why I say that, it's the purpose that you grew that seed in order to watch it grow and to see it succeed or see it mount up to be something that concurs to this world. People think that by throwing you in everything that's good is gonna make you bad. No, it just makes that person even badder. And you have to realize what you're doing if you don't understand what you are doing at all. So, people just don't understand. But it's about inner peace and wisdom today. So I'm going to go to another format because it's not, the reason why I'm doing this is because religion is important to me. I don't really do this all the time, but religion is really important to me. I fight demons all the time. You know what I'm saying? I fight demons always. And I have been a demon before. And I didn't want to say that, but I've been bad. I've been evil. I've been thinking about doing things discouraging. I'm not perfect ever, but I'm perfect majority of the time, and now more so than I was. But people used to call me Demon Seed, and I would laugh it up, but it's not funny, because that's a reflection on me, my family, and others. And people don't understand that you shine amongst people the right way or the negative life or the negative outlook. But you have to think about why you want to shine better than everybody else. I look at myself a lot. I do certain things, and I cry when I see the kids copy me. I cry. And kids be copying me, and I get mad. And I like, why are these kids on my network doing that? And I cry and I say, they're kids though. They're obtaining and watching everything we do. So they're going to copy what we do. So I have to really think about that and focus on why I'm not better than that situation. And that they're seeing and watching us, whether they're taking in the negative more than the positive. They're taking in what we are as a whole. We're feeding them always. We're sowing seeds in this world by having children, period. So when you do that, like, you have to think about why your kids need you, or why your kids are a reflection on yourself. So, I'm going to end that, though, because that's a whole nother thing. I actually have a child, and people just don't even know that. But, maybe I'm not anything bad, and I try so hard to be me that people don't see my reflection. And that's sad, but look at me and see my reflection, because I've done a lot of stuff because it's planned and because it's by him. Every time I think I done something that was wrong, it's always a positive outlook. And I had to pray and say, thank you, Jesus, that is positive, and it's the plan of him. Like, I wrote a lot of songs, a lot of sexual songs in the music business. I didn't write WAP, but that started off a lot of stuff, And when people were writing WAP, I wasn't mad at it at first. I guess I was young and didn't understand it. But I wrote Plan B, and I don't want them mad at me, but I helped write Plan B with them and some other songs. And, that changed the music focus to something else. We were on sexual activities of the business, and it's nice, but that helped us get through a lot. Like, a lot of stuff that was happening in the U.S., a lot of things that were occurring that I would rather not talk about, but y'all know. That stuff helped us go through it and change our format and mind about why we were actually watching any of that, you know what I'm saying, or thinking of any of that. And it helped us to see that, and it helped us to focus on why that's just what it is. It's nothing more, nothing less. It was just what it was. And some people are like, oh. And some people are like, wow, it's art, or it's an art format, or, oh, it's a freedom of expression. It's a freedom of who we are as women. It's beautiful, but sometimes, I think, maybe we could do things differently. And we did. We changed the format on music. We changed everything up. A lot of stuff has occurred since the 80s. You know what I'm saying? So, when you look at television and music and everything, like, everything has a reason and a purpose for even being drawn or wrote up or even being talked about. You feel me? Like Walt Disney, people say in the Christian sector, don't let them watch that worldly stuff. Don't let them watch. No, let them watch that. Because the world is 20 times worse than that. You feel me? The world is 20 times worse. And I'm from the Walt Disney World. I've worked there. And it's a beautiful place. But it's 20 times worse than living a lifestyle that is guarded. And when it comes time to fight for something and live for something and do something, that you have to reflect on why it's your time, you know what I'm saying? Or it's our time. And I don't know. Like, I would let my kids watch everything. Because this world, if they had to go to class and school, they know what that is. Or they know what it is. They know what to do. They know what they should be. And, honestly, people get mad at me for being smart or knowledgeable or obtaining knowledge. I would read if I actually read all the time. But I look at a lot, I listen to a lot of audiobooks. And I like audiobooks now. But back then, like, I would read certain things, but I would never finish the end of it. And it had to do with a lot of movies that were books. So, I kind of... I really understand, though, But I'm going to go to the next one. I'm going to scratch off this. Well, I'm going to keep this, so I'm going to scratch it off. I'm going to go to the Buddha board next. So we're going to work on that. And I'll show you what that is. The Buddha board is very, it's very interesting. So I'm going to go grab that and we can work on that in a minute. All right. Hey, I'm back. So, hey, we're on to our next spiritual Sunday activity. This is what we call a Buddha board. Isn't it beautiful? And they come in 3 different sizes. I bought this from the art. Where did I buy this from? The art museum downtown here in Columbia. When they had a gift shop there. Because I like gift shops. So I like to buy little knickknacks and little small things. And I buy small things all the time. It makes me smile, just to have something small. But when you put them in a room full of stuff, it adds up, but it makes the room feel big. So that's why I like it. I like small things. But anyway, this is a Buddha board. Buddha, y'all know what Buddha is. Buddha is not a god. Buddha is not... They say he's not a god. They say they're not praying to Buddha, but they're manifesting in Buddha, which is meditation and meditating on who or their focus in pre-med. No, pre-meditation. There we go. So Buddha is the focus. And it's really Oriental, Oriental people find the customs of that. And it's through meditation and guidance which structures our life to look at what things and possibilities and beliefs are in a lifestyle full of disarray. So when you look at this, it's this. And what you're supposed to do, it comes with this little brush and this board. And you go get a cup of water in a nice little glass. And you just draw in here. You don't think, you just draw. Watch this. I just drew that. That's probably some words in Chinese. Let me look that up. And while I'm looking this up, let me see what it looks like. Looks like an H in the middle. Let me look at it in Chinese language. But anyway, I look up if it looks Chinese, or I look up or look at the reflection of what I just drew. One time I drew a duck. One time I drew a rainbow. One time I drew an umbrella. And what it is you look at the Buddha board, you're able to think about stuff that you're not meditating on or that you're not relaxing to retrieve. And what that means is we're so stressed out in life that when it comes to meditation and prayer and relaxation, we're so tense that you have to learn how to relax and focus. Do you know what crosses our head? Millions of things in a minute. No, in days and minutes and hours. But when it crosses your head, you're not focused on nothing but one thing. If you're dwelling, you might not dwell on nothing but one thing at a time. And that means the other focuses that you have thought about that have concurred have not hit your brain waves yet. But you can actually open your hands to drawing the activities that might be concurred by your life. You might be thinking, okay, like this. You might be thinking like, okay, or you might have forgot something. Might have forgot. You need to take out the cats and dogs. But you done did all this other stuff and you forgot to take out the cats and dogs. But you could draw on here a dog and, oh yeah, I need to go get the dog. Oh yeah, I need to go get the cats. You know what I'm saying? It's something about us not relaxing enough to focus on meditating about. Let me see if I can draw something else. I'm not supposed to drop. Let me wipe it off. Another thing, I'm gonna look up that Chinese word. Let me see what else I draw. That looks actually beautiful. I don't draw like this. I draw lots of stars. I go like that a lot. Semicolons, things like that. This looks like a tree. And I thought palmetto tree when I first looked at it. And what happened was I made those palmetto trees out in the front of the yard. And I kept looking at them to see when they were going to grow. And they just started growing. Maybe I should look over there to see what's going on with them. They're probably about to get bigger. I'm focusing on why I need to know about these palmetto trees, but I always look at those trees and I always like, oh, they're gonna grow. Oh, they're gonna be beautiful. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have big palmetto trees in the yard. But I believe in firm. I always wanted to plant trees because they say we don't have enough oxygen levels out here in the world. So yeah, amongst that, you would plant trees, you know what I'm saying? Because that builds us oxygen. Not just, you don't want just weed factories everywhere and everybody's high in the sky. So it'd be about oxygens. And maybe we need more palmetto trees in Colombia, because we really don't have that many. And it's Palmetto Nation here. You know what I'm saying? Palmetto Nation. Let me draw one more thing. That looks like a butterfly. Let me see. I go like that. It looks like a butterfly. I love butterflies. They fly. And matter of fact, the butterflies have been more out here than they were before. And I kept asking myself, how are there so many different types of butterflies out here? The wildlife out in Hopkins is insane. I have never seen so much crazy stuff in my life. I've seen an eagle. I've seen a panther. I've seen wildcats. It's ridiculous what's out here. For real. I didn't show you all my butterfly, but it looked like one. So that was circles. It draws on there, then it fades away. You know what I'm saying? So you're able to see what it looks like. But it draws automatically. You don't have to wipe it off or nothing. Dries. And maybe I need to learn about relaxation and focusing so I can feel better. So that's the Buddha board. I love it. Love it. It's been times where I had to look at it, and usually your first word is what you think about the Buddha board itself. You take that word and you premeditate about it, and then you go forward. And keep going forward till you figure out why you're looking at that. So, you know. I'm tired, but I'm going to be alright. I should drink some more water. But that's the Buddha board, y'all. So, we're going to go to the next one. Crystals and music. So, I'll get that. I'll be right back. Hey, y'all. I'm back. Okay. Alright. So, this is the next level of what I was trying to learn, understand. This is my first time I have with me crystals. And what they are, they absorb energy, they absorb good vibrations, good motives. Each crystal means something. So when you get crystals, they have a name to them and they have a representation to them also. I have this crystal. I found this. This got to be, let me tell you. I woke up one time and had this weird dream that I seen a rainbow anaconda. And you know what they say about rainbow anacondas? They poop out these type crystals. They really say that. And with these crystals, I found that crystal on the floor, but these I bought out the store. But they poop out crystals is what it was said, which was really funny. And I was like, for real? Is that really true? You know what I'm saying? So that's some type of different thing. I'm gonna clean out my stuff or clean up my bowls and stuff. I have my red dragon sage. I got my Tibetan bowl. And it makes noises, you know, not noise, bong noises. And I got rubber bands all over in this bowl. I didn't know that. This one's really dirty. Let me go get some napkins and get a bowl for cleansing. Maybe I'll just use soap and water. I would use rose water, but I don't have any. I would use rose water, but I don't have any, so I'm gonna do that. Let me get a napkin or a towel. And I'm just gonna slide these crystals in here. Oh, not like that. That shit so clumsy. And I'm gonna let them sit for a minute. And what you do though, I'm gonna let them sit for a minute and you roll them around like this, back and forth. I wanna hear them move. Maybe I need a bigger bowl. But I'm gonna let them sit for a minute. And I'm gonna wipe out the rest of this other stuff. Maybe I shouldn't use that. But they say crystals charge up energy. So you are able to have good vibrations and good and positive energy. I'm going to stick this in here. Get a little bit wet. Our bowl is kind of... I haven't wiped out this bowl in forever. And I probably needed to, like every month. Or every week, because my room collects dust sometimes. And I barely ever, you know. You hear that? I just wiped it down. It just made noises. That's crazy, ain't it? I didn't even hit it. It just made noises. This is my plate. Even that made noises. Vibrations. Good vibes, good spells. Spills, excuse me, not spells. I don't do spells, but I do good vibrations and good music. So I'm gonna pull one crystal out at a time. Wipe it down. This crystal, I wish I had the whole list of what I just started buying them. That looks like granite. And granite's very good. You know what I'm saying? Granite. Like, you wonder how diamonds are made. Like, they're made out of stones and pebbles. And I heard... I heard they're made out of pebbles and grail, but not the real grail. It's some other grail. You know what I'm saying? But stones are made out of what we call our diamonds or our rubies or our, you know, anything like that. Crystals, you know. And look, it's crystal. Ain't that crazy? I didn't even know it was a crystal. I really believe in different religions and different religious views because I don't believe none of them are lying. You know, I don't believe any of them are not perceived as a truth in a way. And they all tell the story of themselves or their life. That's cute. This is probably amethyst because it looks purple or whatnot. I know a little something. This is pink. That's purple and pink, but this is pink. And I already feel energy, you know? And maybe it still helped me clean out my room a little bit better. I cleaned it. I gotta sage it. Every time I clean my room, I sage it. So, you know. And they tell me to sage my crystals, so I'm gonna sage them a little bit. My brother's gonna get mad because he don't like the smell. I love the smell of sage because if you ever get sick or you have a headache, if you don't feel good, you'll be surprised what aromatherapy does to your head and your face. And saging helps you to release those toxins in your face. So we have a lot of chemicals going on, you know what I'm saying? And it's all about energy. I believe crystals format energy, which is amongst us and around us. So the energy is not just within ourselves, it's within the world we live in. So when you have to reflect on things, we reflect on everything. You know what I'm saying? We reflect on everything in the world. You know, the trees have a reflection, nature, the ground, the gravel we live on. Everything has a structure within itself. So when it becomes crystals, pebbles, and things, you zen through with energy and you zen out with negative and positive vibes. So it's vibes, which is short for vibrations. So I'm about to be not beats, never beats. About to and it automatically cuts off when I do that. I don't want to talk while it's going off, but let me do it one more time. That's excellent. Like that had a long chime to it. So let me hit it again. Okay. That felt really good. This is a Tibetan bowl, and they have many of them. I'm hitting everything in here. But everything has like this. Everything has a thing to it. You see that? Everything has a ring to it, and a vibration, and a beat, and I do music, so I love that, like the vibration of the beat. I met some beautiful women that have taught me about this, vibrations, vibrant things. And it's amazing how you can channel negative and positive energy. So I'm gonna add 2 stones and see what it sounds like. You hear that? One of them is ringing. The stone is ringing. That's so cool. The stone is ringing. So imagine the vibes coming off the ground and up in the air. That probably has to do with us hearing certain tunes and hearing certain things. You know, I was a great songwriter, but when it comes to music you love, the beat, the writing, the skills, you have to put in vibes, vibrations. You gotta put in the beat, the bass, the horns, the trumpets, everything. Everything has a chime to it. So I'm gonna take these out. So that's all I wanted to show y'all today. Like, I think I'm gonna do this once a month, and I'm gonna add on something new to it. So I'm willing to learn if you are. So thank you for watching if you're watching YouTube on my channel. And you're free to do anything in this if you want to try. I have the Buddha board. I showed the Crash Religion, a crash course, become an instant expert. Adam Ford. This is a book. And I got this from Barnes and Noble, so you can get that from there. This is Wisdom from T.D. Jakes. This is an older book, but he has many other books. This is like a journal. So you can journal your way through this. And this is not just, for you to just say, oh, it's like a Bible. No, it's not. It's something to guide you through the Bible so it can help you. So I love y'all. I'm feeling the vibe, the vibrations, good energy. And I'll see y'all next month when we talk about another religion also. So I'll keep doing this and adding on more. So I'll holler at y'all later. All right. Thank you. Have a blessed Sunday. Bye. Okay. I gotta do this one, the spiritual bath, and what I did for that. I didn't want to leave nothing out. I already took my shower this morning. Usually I do it at the end. I do this once a month where I have an all natural bath, and it's really good. And you'd be surprised what all natural does to the body. You know what I'm saying? I buy avocado body washes and, coconut body scrubs, washes. But you'd be surprised what plain avocado does. Or plain cucumbers. Or just something. You know what I'm saying? So I made like 4 different things. I had to freeze these again. These are cucumbers that I'm going to freeze in the freezer because that's for my eyes. I get bags from time to time. I used to have them real bad when I was younger. And I used to buy the St. Ives cucumber thing. And it has helped me a lot. Let me also tell you what I did. If you have an eye pencil and you have a little point on it or a little scrape on it, it's okay to scrape a little bit under your eye because it keeps, you don't want to go, ugh, and you have no eyes. It's just a little scrape of it, barely. And it helps give you eye lift, a mini one. So you do that from time to time, not every time, maybe once a month. And it helps you to have no crow's nest or no type of bags. It helps with the bags. So I buy this from the Dollar Tree. This is my favorite. People might be like, oh, it's the Dollar Tree. I ain't gonna buy that. But it smells so good. I stuck a little bit of, what is that? What is that thing? I stuck a little bit of olive oil in it. And it feels really good. This is my first time trying it, but it feels good. It feels good without that, but it feels like not even dry. It just feels really. Have you ever put on lotion and it feels like, you know what I'm saying? It feels like, just now. And I needed that. Because you need the moisture. You need the occurrence of it. This is my scrub. I didn't make it really big. I just made enough in it for today. I put sugar scrubs in there. It fell over. I put sugar scrubs in there. I put, what is this? It smells delightful. Sugar scrubs, ground coffee, and some salt. What is that? Himalayan salt. And I mixed it all together. I thought about putting sea salt in it, but when you do a sea salt scrub, you put that with sugar sometime so your body won't be all over salty. But if you did want an all over salty scrub, I would put that salt and Himalayan salt together so you won't taste the salt of you. You don't want that. You got a boyfriend, you tasting like salt, or a husband. You don't want to taste like salt ever. Be salty ever. This is my mask. I made, this is basically, you put a little bit of water, you spin it around, whatever. This honey, and I put a little bit of syrup in it. This is for a face mask. Do you know how good oatmeal is? Oatmeal absorbs the face. It works the pores. It works in your body. Whenever you get like diseases, illnesses, or you don't feel good, and you feel like weak and you feel like bumps are everywhere, eczema is everywhere, you want to do oatmeal everything. And what I mean by that, sorry, I was going to throw this away. What I mean by that is oatmeal covers the body, but it absorbs the sores you have. And for some reason, oatmeal is so reviving. It so helps everything about you. And, it makes you feel better that you're soaking. Like, they used to have Aveeno baths, like oatmeal baths. And when you get chicken pox or any type of big blisters or bumps on you, they tell you to take an oatmeal bath because it absorbs and helps you feel better. Or chicken pox or hot pox or whatever you got going on. But these are some of the stuff. I think I'm going to show different ones every month, like different scrubs, different things like that. I'm real big on scrubs, sea salts, things like that. I made really good ones. This one I didn't put any peppermint oils or anything in. This is just a regular scrub. You just take it, rub it on you, whatever. Sometimes I do hair masks. I didn't do a hair mask this time, but you can probably use this as well as that. But this will probably be a good moisturizer with the olive oil in it. So you could probably moisturize your hair, because this says all over moisture, body, hands, elbows, knees, feet, hair, with vitamin E in it. So that has the type of oil in it. So that is really, something good for your body. So I'm about to go. That's really my bath. It's not... I'm going to show the other bath probably another time. The other bath is like... What did I say? It's a cleansing bath, but you can do all of these as cleansings too. So this one is more like I'm going to help my body feel better and softer. I have done a cleanse for my auntie's heart. Y'all remember that? Everybody loved that because it was milk. I used the hair mask, milk, eggs, and honey. And you put that together, honey, you got a world of everything. So, like, when you do the hair mask like that, it was fantastic. It was beautiful. It was worth what it was. She got a good heart. She loves who she's with, and I'm happy. But it's not a spell. I was just saying that. But it had to do with rejuvenation, reoccurrence, the relief of things, the relief of stress. So it wasn't more like, a spell type thing. These are not spells. These are straight up all natural, non-chemical, absorbent things. So I like all natural things when it comes to cleansing. And I'll do a cleanse one time that got to do with candles and flowers and things like that. You can do that with your feet, but that's a whole nother thing. So we'll talk about that in another time. So thank y'all for chiming in. About to be out of here. And I'll go to the next topic on here. But, have a great one, Bye. When I walk through, when I walk through, when I walk through, when I walk through, I got sauce.